What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond, and I'm back with the all-new episode of Marriage Boot Camp, senior hip hop edition, season 18. I think it's episode 7. This is the episode titled Respect. But before we get into that, I'm sorry if you guys hear a movie in the background. That's my son. He's on his phone watching The Incredibles. So sorry, y'all. Sorry. But continuing with what happened the other episode, where the whole thing with Molly and Treasure, dropping the bomb that they're not here for a relationship. They're here to, promote their career, build more publicity, and vice versa. So Dr. Ish is talking to Molly about how he does not meet the criteria to stay in the house. You guys have both have lied, and it's the inconsistency of y'all stories that brought you onto the show. And here go Molly again, talking like he's freaking 15. We've been going steady for a year. Who says steady anymore? What is this, 1950s? Nobody said steady. This isn't Greece. What are you talking about? Then it's exactly what the doctor said. What is this, 10th grade? What is this? This is BS. This is BS. You are a grown ass man. She's a grown ass woman. Whether you guys are in a relationship or not, which one is it? Because then they uh, it's due to the text messages that was being sent. So he sent a thread for the producers to talk over, and it starts off with Treasure reaching out to him about the show, and she hits him with the storyline how we've been on and off for 4 years, and the long distance relationship has been turmoil. I was going back and forth. You're focusing on music, me trying to do this and do that. And then that's when it let off. But then also he started saying that they've only been going full on relationship for a year. That pretty much, so tell it right there. You guys were not in a relationship, not a consistent one. First is off and on. You're trying to produce music over here. She's trying to rap. You're trying to do this. Y'all long distance, but y'all never had sex until y'all got in quarantine, right? Correct. So, either way, you guys did not meet the criteria to be on the show, especially if you guys haven't exaggerated the amount of time y'all spent together. 4.5 years, a whole year. Which ones? Y'all both told a different story. So while that's happening, everybody's outside completely feeling completely, betrayed, bamboozled, hoodwinked, because we're here to actually focus on our issues, and yeah, you guys are here to, play a game, which isn't funny. And it's always the same thing. Everybody is saying Molly is so focused on what everybody else thinks of him, it's hurting his own scrutiny, his own insecurity. He is not secure within himself because he's so focused on what everybody else thinks of him. And what does that say? Oh yeah, Amber was saying he must have did not know who to turn to or who would lie to come on the show for him, so he had to go to Treasure. And yeah, Nori was saying he woke up feeling anxiety and he was mad, but it wasn't mad towards Neri, it was mad towards them. Y'all both was fighting back and forth in the house like y'all had a full-on relationship, but yeah, this is bullshit. This is a script. Y'all played a play on us. That's what y'all did. So yeah, back to Molly. They both admit that they didn't have sex until quarantine. The doctor asked, was there any other time that you guys have sex? Was it consensual? He said yes. Okay. Was there any drugs involved? I believe he said no. I'm confused. I don't know why. I was blanking out with Molly because I feel like why some more talking with him? He should have been kicked out. But Dr. Ish just want to be completely clear because those allegations that Treasure made to him were serious. So he wanted to know. He wanted to hear his side. It's not my job to be judge, jury, executioner. I just want to hear his side. So I'm completely not trying to let the cat out of the bag that Treasure made those allegations. I just want to hear from him. So he just said it was just getting to know one another, having fun. That's what people do. Have fun, have sex. So then. Yeah, I already said that. He's not secure the more people think because he focuses on everybody else. So while that's happening, Molly turns his energy back to Dr. Ish and asks him, so what do you think of me? What are my pros, what are my cons? Oh my God, the doctor was like, listen. In his confessional, he said, I don't even know if Molly wants to know what I think of him right now. I just want him to freaking just listen to what I'm saying and hear it. But he's so focused on how at the end of this, he wants to still be like, you still like me, right? I'm cool, right? I'm cool, right? You like me, right? No. He's like, at the end of all of this, y'all both lied to get on the show. I had to ask you to leave. Goodbye. And my advice to you is to not contact Treasure at any given point in time. And get yourself some help. Focus on your shit. Fix your shit. Thank you and good day. And then also, Dr. Ish was like, listen, all that time wasted for us to get to the bottom of this, for us to fix it, ruined all the other people who came in here to fix their stuff because we were so focused on fixing this. Focus on y'all. But where there's nothing for us to fix because this wasn't real. So goodbye. After he leaves, and I looked online, and this confirmed what I've already looked online. 9 days after leaving the show, Molly Ma was sentenced to 3 years, nearly 3 years in prison for his involvement in a prostitution ring between 2002 and 2014. And this prostitution ring was in Vegas, Las Vegas, and I read a lot more about it too, a lot more than what this snippet, but it's pretty much just said the same thing. He was trying to pretty much project himself to be the martyr, the good person, and then he didn't think that his crimes would come up to him, and it did. It straight did. Oh my God, there's a lot more that I read about him. That's freaking crazy. This happened to have happened in August because it said on the report that I read that he had up until August to turn himself in to start his sentence. This must have been around that time that he had to turn himself in. So everyone's in the living room. The producers, the executive producer came out and said Molly's gone, Treasure's gone. And listen, we all understand this is a hard process for y'all. It's a challenge for y'all. But if y'all want to bullshit us, y'all could try. Y'all can only go so far with us. And let's hope that the rest of y'all are here for good intentions. Y'all have a good day. So then, yeah, I don't even want to mention that. I don't even want to mention that, but I think I might. It was just basically like, Amber and Miles were pretty much just like flabbergasted because at the end of the day, even though Miles never had a problem with Molly, Molly created a problem with him because of all the things that he said about Miles and also trying to separate that he knows him. But also, Miles must have knew more about him than Molly would ever admit. And, just can't believe you got this girl out here lying for you and you don't know how to apologize to people correctly, which you don't. So, 7 day. This is about respect. And of course, at the end of the day, how you going to be in a relationship with somebody that doesn't respect you or you respect them? So now we're going to exercise and we're going to find out how far of respect is and how far disrespect you are with your partner. So they're going to have them outside in the front and they're going to mimic each other's arguments while being the opposite person. So we get to Money and Tough. They start arguing, and we're gonna find out the main point that has been the main argument they've had for years. Is Money withdrawing from helping Tough with his career. So Money's acting like Tough, and Tough acting like Money. Money goes in and said, "Oh, so why you pull? Why you pull out? We could be living life. It's because of you. We could live in a big ass house, lavish lifestyle. You stopped the bag. That's all cap. That's real cap, bro. Real talk though. This is some bullshit. Da da da. All the shit that I know Tough is saying. So while she's saying that, Tough, he's not being as combative and he's not being as Money is. It's lackluster. He's so stumbling. And they were like, "What's up? Get into character." I mean, it's just like, I don't know why you say this, why you fucking other bitches and da da da. So the fact that he can't instantly get into character with Money was a complete, it made sense to me. He does not listen when Money talks. He does not listen when Money getting her frustrations, her yelling, her "why you hurt me." He literally blacks out. That's what he said. When it comes to him getting disrespected, he blacks out and doesn't listen to the other person. I'm like, that's bullshit. Bullshit. So then, it's like mind blowing that he didn't not even get a chance. He had nothing to go about because he does not listen. Half of what she's saying, full for what she's saying, a whole thing because he tunes out. He tunes her out when he does not hear what he wants to hear. And Money is definitely saying, so throughout those times I was yelling, did you not hear me? Did you not understand my pain, understand my frustrations? So you blacked out. Made sense. Got it. So she says, how am I supposed to keep getting disrespected and getting your business on track while back at the ranch you're screwing everything in sight? So the fact that the fact that Tough does not fully listen to Money explains why they're stuck. Because what she's saying to him, he don't like it. Nori and Neri. They try not to have big blow ups, but for them, it be same thing. Neri is Nori, Nori is Neri. Neri is saying, "Oh, so you gonna hang out with your friends? That's all you gonna do? Fine, be with your friends. But what am I gonna eat for dinner? What the kids gonna eat for dinner? What am I gonna do? Oh, hang out with your whole friends, your whole friends." Nori, well, I pay the bills. I can do what I want to do as I pay the bills, but everything's revolve around you. Yeah, but I pay the bills. I'm the one that's doing all this. It's me. It's me. So while all that's happening, it's pretty much like he still doesn't like that she goes out with her friends because he feels like she's having a good time without him, or not even and the type of friends that she has, he is in fear of she's going to find something else and somebody else and ends up leaving him. But and then he talks about her friends, like her friends being single. Like I've said, her friends are some hoes. I said that her friends are hoes, and I think she's gonna be out doing hoe shit. So, and Neri is guilty by association. So you're putting that stigma that her friends are loose, they're out there, and Neri is a married woman. You think she is gonna just take her ring off and just go crazy? No, they're my friends. I already know who I am. You don't have to worry about what they do. I'm not worried about them. However they, spend their lives when I'm not around, that's how they do. That's something between me and you. When I'm having a good time, I'm having a good time. I'm not having a good time as an escape or be away from you. I'm not going to do that. So that's what the doctor is said. When you feel like your significant other is having a good time with someone that's not you, it's in fear that have they ever had a good time with you? Because Nori feels like he needs to be number one. And if he's not number one, he gets jealous of something else taking up Neri's time. Hence why he's trying to pretty much, trap her into having a baby. So that way all her time could be at home with the kids, wait on him hand and foot. She can't have any outside life. Anything to separate her from her being a wife or mother. Like, come on now. She needs to have her own life too. You have your own life as well with Drink Champs. You drink to your heart's desire with your friends that you've known for years. So why can't Neri do the same thing? And then, of course, since he has to be number one, where do you fit in, Neri? You guys have children. Are you number 3, number 4? Where do you fit in? Because as he wants you to be number one in his mind, he doesn't look at you as number one in his mind. I don't think so. Oh, Brock and Amber. My God. Okay. They air each other back and forth. Oh my God, you're a hoe, you're a hoe. Oh girl, you died, go die. Nigga, he gay. He wants to be with a man. Them ain't my kids. Go take care of your kids. I'm not taking care of them. Don't go die, bitch. Go die. Bitch, you die. Oh my God. It was horrific for the things that they said to each other. It was horrific. And the reason why he brings up kids is because she believes that she will go out and find somebody and have kids on him as revenge. And she doesn't even did she even say shit? You know why did she say that he died? No, she didn't say that. She did not say that. She did not say that. But at the end of the day, they both said horrific things. She needs to not mention death on a man or anybody else for that matter. And Brock needs to stop bringing up kids because at the end of the day, kids are innocent. And Money was crying because throughout all the horrific things y'all said to each other, bringing up those children, that hit me. And that should never be brought up. And they both have said, I wish you died. He said, wish you died. She said, they wish you died. We can't play around with words like that. Not in this time. Not in this time. Not in this place. Nor ever. We should never play with something like that. Never. So, now that they've all had their drill, they need to have a separate conversation with someone other than their partner to get another listening ear. And then they have to come back to see, where everything goes. So everybody's having a one-on-one conversation. And Money is talking to Amber, and of course she said the same thing. The children thing hit home for me. I don't like that. Why does he do that? Because it was pretty much right after he came out. And oh wait, no, that was Nora. No, sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, Miles talking to Neri, and he told her that, when I came out, that was when she went out and found someone else and had a baby with someone that she didn't care for out of spite. And I want to have kids too. But when she did that, I was like, them and them not my kids. So when he gets mad, he brings that up. Them not my kids. I don't care about them. Them your kids. They not mine. Because we were supposed to have a kid together, and she knows that. So, Amber, she says, listen, when you deal with me, I got 2 kids. I got a package. So when you're telling me that you don't care about my kids, that hurts me. And I feel like, fuck it. I'm not gonna force somebody to stay with me. Let's break up. So, yeah, so yeah. He does this. Yeah, they both trigger each other. So she triggers him with the kids, and she triggers him with pretty much, the pretty much still putting him in a punishing him. She's still punishing him for coming out as bisexual. So the fact that she's saying something that's a dagger to him, he's also saying, "Oh, you want to fuck them somebody else that wasn't me and got a baby out of it? Okay, fuck them kids." Basically, that's a trigger. That's a trigger for her and a dagger. They have to both stop throwing daggers at each other. Because then, of course, whenever that comes about it, she says, "I'm done. Let's break up." So, do I even care? Nori and Tough felt like Money and Neri did not go as hard as they did when it comes to their challenges because Tough knows how mad he can get, and he didn't think Money went that far. Nori knows how he gets, and shit, he felt like Neri didn't go that much. And then, of course, he's talking about how the resentment that he has towards Neri not having another baby as she got a dog. And he's jealous of that dog because that dog is like her child, but she doesn't want to have another child with me. But I'm still on the loss of why do you want a baby so badly? You don't even be present to the ones you've already had. You have one child with Neri, and she also is a stepmother to your 2 other sons. Why won't you still try to develop a relationship with them now? Why would you want her to have to start all over to have a brand new baby? Why? Because you want to trap her. You want to have her just stop what she's doing. She wants to open a juice business. She wants to be more than just a wife. She wants to be a businesswoman. What is so wrong about that? This is, man. Oh my God, I just can't. I can't. So then we get to the, what's this thing called? Another part of the drill. Everybody's outside. They see a projector screen. They see popcorn, sodas. They think it's about to be movie night, but no, not in boot camp. It's always a twist. It's always a turn. So, out of all the things they said to one another, he formed it in a script, and they're going to recite it. But they're going to recite it with someone that's not their partner. They're going to recite it someone else. So we get to Money. She's reciting what she said to Tough to her oldest daughter, Charlena, I believe. And she said, "Oh, hell no, I'm not doing this." So she reads it and she says it, she says the words. "So while you fuck everything, how am I supposed to do all this? You're bullshitting. I cannot believe you'll do this to me. You're a fucking liar, all this and that." And her daughter said that kind of hurts because it was asked, "Do she talk rough to you like that?" Yes, she does. But Money says, "I only talk to her like that when I'm teaching her a lesson. That's what I do. And I handle her with silk gloves." I'm trying to get to a point from understanding, but the roughness of how you're talking is getting lost in the lesson because you're speaking to her so roughly. And have you ever heard of her speak to Tough that way? She said, "I do." And what do? She grabs her siblings out of the way because she sees how toxic their arguments can be and is censoring around their children, especially their youngest one, the 13-year-old daughter. So basically, it just pretty much, kind of watch what you say when it comes to disciplining your children and also discipline when you're having an argument. You try to censor yourself. It is hard because I'm a mother of two, and my child is 4, about to be 5 next month, and I'm actually at a point where I need to figure out a way to not yell at him just to yell at him. I need to have him understand the why I'm yelling at him. So when I do chastise him, I say it in a calm manner. After I've calmed down, then my yelling, I feel like, you know why I did that? Because I want you to understand, I want you to listen to me. It's gonna get like that once he gets older, especially around the same time my daughter gets that age too. And then, of course, when it came down the whole thing with Tough, apparently, I think her oldest daughter don't really care for Tough like that because she's seen how badly he's treated her, but she still wants to be, not the punching bag. I would say the rough net, the rough, rough shouting from her mother. Because being a parent is hard, and there are a lot of people who will, try to tell you how to parent differently and this and that. And it's just like, do you not know how my kids are? Do you not know how I am? So how can you tell me about my kids? But at the same point in time, being a parent is there. There's no rule book. There's no instruction manual. You pretty much have to jump in and do what you need to do, and feel like sometimes I'm just learning as you're learning. So just try to come with a better way of communicating. I'm all about that. Amber, she is speaking to her little sister who's battling breast cancer. And she says all those things that she said to Miles. I wish you died. Girl, he gay. He want to be a faggot. Next thing you know, he want to be like this. I can't believe I wish he died. And it definitely broke her heart because she loves Miles. Everything about him she loves. He's been supportive of her breast cancer survivor. I mean, not survivor, her breast cancer. He's been supportive, taking her to appointments, and it's disgusting the way that she said it. And, you know, the doctor reminded her, do you know how many men were snatched away from us last year? So to say I wish you died is a very disgusting thing to say to somebody, which it is. It's very disgusting. And it's already a scary time when it comes to dealing with that C word. Dealing with that C word is annoying to me. I hate that C word. I hate it. I lost my aunt last year because of that C word. Any form of C word. I lost my grandfather from that C word a few years ago. And I don't want to say nothing else. I don't want to say anything else, but that's pretty much, I hate that C word so much. I really do. So it's just pretty much, Amber starts to cry because she doesn't want nobody to die. She doesn't want him. She doesn't want, I feel like I'm about to cry right now. I'm sorry. She doesn't want nobody to die. And she doesn't wish, she said that. She said, I can't believe that's the type of word that I even want to say at times because I don't feel like that. I just be mad. Oh my God, I'm about to freaking cry right now. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. And it's just a lot to wish that on somebody, and you have to really think twice, especially when you're in the heat of the moment. You don't want to say nothing you can't take back. So I know that Anne was definitely embarrassed, and to say that in front of her sister, who is battling a very serious disease right now, is crazy. So we get to Neri. She's saying the same things to her best friend, and it's the same thing. You're spoiled. You always get your way. You don't contribute to do nothing. It's everybody bows down to your feet. It's not always about you, and she just can't believe her sister, her best friend said that to her. And it's so funny because she would never say that to her best friend, but for Nori, she would, because he is the type of person who pushes her buttons. But the doctor said you have to control the way he pushes your buttons. But I feel like that's easier said than done because this is the man that she sees every day. She's been with him for 14 years. And it's kind of like, it's like, how can I turn off what he makes me feel if he's not even listening to how he makes me feel? And Neri wants him to change. If they go to a better place, they can change, but they don't know how it's going to work out the remainder of this process. Nori, he's talking to his friend Sunny D. Oh, you argue with your friend, especially that one that's a hoe. Look at her, she's twerking on social media. She got all these damn kids. That's why she ain't got no fucking man. And his friend said, if he had said that to me, we'd be taking this outside. So when he's saying those things to his wife, those are direct hits because he said he's jealous. He is jealous, and he says things that pisses her off, but you're not justifiable for the things you said to her. I mean, at the end of the day, she's not going anywhere. You've been in there for 14 years. What has she done? She's not going anywhere. She's already stayed with you. I don't understand why. So that's why she said we need to figure out a way to get this figured out soon, because I don't know how it's going to work. So, tough. So he starts it off with his friend. I think his name is Seti Mac. I think his name was. He starts with bitches ain't shit. We stuck because of you. You could just let it go. That's the bigger picture. Bitches are the family. I mean, you quit. So all your relationships fail. Blah, blah, blah. So his friend Seti Mac said the way that we talk as men is differently, but we do correct each other when we're wrong. And he said, how would you feel if he spoke that way to Money? He said they need to go in another room and have a conversation and calm down when they've had cooler heads and really get a full understanding and full deep conversation. While they're saying that, Money gets up and gets some popcorn, and she is so petty. She is smacking the hell out of that popcorn. It's all in her hair because she just feels like it's bullshit. Like, one of his friends capping for him, defending his actions because Sadie Mack was around when he was a part of his past, when he would cheat, even though he did not engage in it, but he was still guilty by association. He was around it. So Money immediately pretty much turned off. She pretty much turned the volume down and wasn't listening to him because she feels like it was just him, co-signing his bullshit. Like, oh, so it's okay for him to say that to me, but when we're in private, we can have a conversation. Okay. So then it's like, yeah. So it's just like, they have a sense of bro code. All of his friends have a sense of bro code that pretty much they protect each other by any means necessary for their bullshit. Respectfully, when it comes to their women. So, so what you're saying is, friends will use those words to hurt their friends, right? Since Money isn't listening, why would you feel like you've never talked to your friends like that? And he said, because I've been more loyal to him than I've been to my lady. And it's like, oh, wow, really? You will be more loyal to your friend than you would your wife. Listen, turns out they're not even married. Sorry, side note. They had their private conversations, their private confessionals. They're not married. She never thought to get married because she's been married twice. So this relationship, they had been in a lifetime partner commitment thing for the last 15, 20 years. I don't know. She never thought to get married because she feels like I cannot force him to be monogamous. And Tough never even considered wanting to marry Money based off of how she'd been through her other two marriages. So I felt like, what is the point of us being here then? Okay, never mind. I'm sorry. But the fact that, he's, because it was asked, when was the last time you told Money you loved her? Crickets. Like, how can you show more loyalty to your friend and be more concerned of his feelings than you're concerned about Money's feelings? Okay. So basically, because he would never talk like that to his friends, right? Call him a bitch, call him a hoe, call him an ain't shit ass dude. You'll never do that, right? Okay. But you'll do that to her. Got it. Miles. He is talking to his sister, Charlemagne, on the screen. And he is reciting the same things he said to Amber. Oh my God, bitch, I wish you die. Fuck them kids. They ain't my kids. Da-da-da, da-da. You a whole ass bitch. So his sister was completely baffled because he was not raised like that. He was raised with respect. And the fact that I'm hearing this now, our mother would turn over in her grave. His mother passed 2 years ago. And while he's still grieving, you need to also be happy that the ones that are still here love you and want to be here for you. And Amber is feeling relieved because she feels like it's not just me that when he gets mad, he tends to lash out and say hurtful things, even though I do it too. But the way that he do it hits deeper. And he really appreciated because all the women in his family pretty much raised him, his mothers and his sister. So he wants to continue to be the man that his mother and his sister raised him to be, and he wants to do better. So they all say, I love you, Ma. I love you, man. Like, Amber has been pretty much a prominent member of that family for years. Vice versa for Miles. So it's like, damn, y'all got history together. And this is how you guys are talking to each other? That's so sad. So the judge give her daily evaluations to everybody. Money and Tough, y'all need to figure out a way to communicate when it comes to, your children, because you're trying to give a lesson on your daughter how to be in a relationship. This isn't it. And of course, figure out a way to inform, not yell. Try to do that. Nora, you got the power, baby. You got all the power in the world. But do you value your woman as you value your power? You think her as small, little. And I feel like, at the end of the day, where is she going to go? Why do you feel so jealous when she's out with her friends? You got her. You married her. She's not going anywhere. Been there for 14 years. Where the hell she's going to go? You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Try to get right before you really lose her. Amber, Miles, you guys are both like bombs and don't listen to each other. You guys don't hear what the other person is saying. You tend to blow before you fully listen to what's happening. I want you guys to slowly respond and take in and slowly walk the process. Slowly get to understand what's happening before you just go ahead and just go all out. And then you guys get the respect that you guys both deserve. So everybody is in the room having dinner, and during the process, Money feels like her partake in the drill, or Tough's drill was completely missing the point, because she feels like there wasn't this drill about respect. So your friend was pretty much co-signing your shit by saying, "Oh, you can disrespect me in public, but yeah, we need to have a private conversation in the room." He said, "No, no." He said, "We need to have a cool head and have a private conversations." That's what he said. But the point was to not be disrespected. Period. That was the point. So money is definitely feeling mad about how you can still disrespect me in public, but yet I'm supposed to have a private conversation with you about having a cool head. Like it was two and two for me. Maybe I feel like money is definitely stuck with tough having his surrounding people of still co-signing on his bullshit and not giving him full accountability and not giving him full like nigga you fucked up. And for money, I would definitely say I wanted to understand as well because I wanted to hear the first thing. I wanted to hear him say, "Tough, you were wrong for saying that in front. You were wrong for saying that." I understand no matter how mad you get, those words should never come out of your mouth. I think I wanted his friend to say that. But he said no matter how mad we are, I want him to have a cool head and have a conversation. All that type of stuff when they have it in the other room. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a private conversation. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I don't know. I guess it's two and two. Money is still in the past and still wants to be stuck there and not trying to move on. Probably because she doesn't want to let her guard down. But for the other part of me, I still feel like maybe the best friend wasn't trying to hold tough to the fire as much as he was. It's something like that's going in my brain. But either way, she felt like his tone, his energy shifted when his friend capped for him. So she's trying not to argue with him. Okay. Um yeah, so you focus on me because now you focus on me not listening to your friend, but you're not even listening to me. That's what it was. Okay. So, Amber walks outside because she ignores Miles and Tuck because they're having a conversation about their drills. And he said, "Where you going?" She ignores him. She's outside in the jacuzzi with Neri, and she just said, "You know what? This drill was a lot. I did not think it would take me to this capacity, but Neri's talking about he still wants to have a baby, but I feel like if I say no, is that going to make or break us? Because I want to open a business." And I feel like I'm gonna get pregnant. That's gonna stop my bag. That's gonna stop my momentum. I don't want to do that. And Amber said she was in the same process because what if she breaks down her wall entirely and have a baby with him, and then in 2 years he'll say, "I want to be with the man." She's not ready for that, and she is feeling afraid of allowing herself to feel that way because it's something they've always done to each other. They've always come back to each other when they need each other. They have a codependency about them. They really do. So she's not trying to get hurt like she was the first time. And we've been through so much that our relationship is tarnished. I don't know if we can come back from this. I want to move on, but yet I'm afraid if I move on, I'm not going to miss out what I could have gotten. And how can I move on from my past if I'm still stuck in my past? So she just pretty much trying to have a last minute effort into making this work. If not, then we don't need to be together. And I feel like you guys should just be best friends because I don't know what's going to go on in Amber's mind, even though part of me is like she still is not fully comfortable with him being bisexual, but that's who he is. But also, I can understand her plight of not trying to open that door of what if we are to be this family that you wanted, but yet there is something else that you feel like is not satisfying. How will I know I can fully trust you? And it's vice versa on Miles if he could fully trust Amber too. But that's it, you guys. That's all I have. Please stay tuned for my next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.